Hello, listeners. Thanks again for joining us for another exciting episode of the Die by the Sword podcast. We're really happy to have you listening. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, rate, and review us on iTunes. That really helps other people find the show, and we really appreciate your feedback. Want to give a big thank you to the generous guys over at Midnight Syndicate for letting us use their wonderful music for our show. Give them a listen at www.midnightsyndicate.com. Also, a big thank you to Sword Coast Soundscapes for setting up the wonderful ambiance that we use for the background in the show. Give him a listen at youtube.com/Sword Coast Soundscapes. And that's it for me. Let's get back to the show.
So to everyone that's listening to this show, before we begin recording, we do a countdown. Gary holds up his hand, number 5 fingers, and he puts one down one at a time until there's none left and it's a fist. All right? That's how you do a countdown, and no one's talking. So Richard tried to do the countdown, and he was just pointing at me over and over and over again.
I rhythmically pointed at you 5 times, and you didn't understand what I was doing.
I didn't know how many times you were going to do it. You just kept doing it.
That's very unprofessional, Richard. It is all 5, then one at a time until you make a fist, and then you punch her in the face.
Exactly.
I have news for you. My degree's in accounting, so I don't know shit about show business. And I also don't beat my wife.
But you know how to count.
Good on you.
Also, if you know who's going to talk, you do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and with the 1, you point at the person that's going to talk.
Yeah. So he just went right to 1, so it's like 1, 1, 1. It's like,
so I've got 1 second, another second, 1 more second. Okay, but when am I going?
Anyway, the point is, I wanted to ridicule my husband on mic because I love him.
That doesn't sound like double entry accrual method to me, so.
What? Double entry?
He's just saying he has his terms too.
Yeah, accounting.
Okay. Yeah, my brain went to porn.
Yeah,
I know. It's like, what kind of podcast are we
there's
doing?
always a debit and a credit.
Debit and credit. See, Philip knows. Double entry. That's what it is.
I'm just imagining an accounting porn now.
That would be the worst porn ever. Accounting porn.
Nothing but a visor with those garter sleeves.
Are you imagining a man or a woman as that?
Yes.
And he just cranks that machine.
He's cranking something.
Oh, man. Yeah, we just went and saw the producers, so this fits.
And this is why we have the explicit rating.
Very, very unhappy.
They wouldn't be that unhappy if they were in a porn, though. So that's my contribution to the show.
Thank you.
And this is also why we drink before we do episodes. So we get this fun, awesome banter.
Awkward.
Even though we're all about to die.
I love talking about porn with my mom.
I love talking about porn with your mom, too.
All right, do you want to start the recording over now?
That's what she said.
You slay me, Philip.
Okay, so we're going to Harrowstone, right?
Oh, no.
Is it like the next day, or is it...
Yes, it's the
We
next...
still need to
Well, hold
resolve
on.
what happens
Hold
with
on.
Vivian in the mirror.
There.
Everyone shut up. It's my time. It's Vivian time.
It's always your time.
It's always your time.
Yeah, the first book's about me, apparently.
And the second, and the third.
I'm okay with this. Do you have a problem with this? I didn't think so. All right, so there was the creepy man in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm imagining he looks like Gary. Right?
And that's how I've always pictured the Splatterman is scary.
So I'm the Splatterman?
You are obviously the Splatterman. Who else is it going to be?
Well, I mean, you are technically the Splatterman since you're playing him, but
You're also Dwarfy.
yeah.
Dwarfy's the
I
Splatterman.
see Dwarfy in the mirror.
Suddenly
Dwarfy,
it all
get
makes
out of
sense.
my room.
I see dwarf people.
Oh, no. All right, so I see this creepy man in the mirror. Vivian's going to, she startles and she's like, and the face goes away pretty fast.
It's very brief. As soon as he says, "I'll be seeing you soon," he fades away, and your reflection comes back.
If you look at her reflection, it's like the camera's over her shoulder. You see her eyes are enormous and big, and she breathes in, lets it out slowly, takes another deep breath, finishes washing her face, puts on her robe, which is, again, it's her last robe. It's seafoam green. It's not as beautiful as the others. It's just no one looks good in seafoam. So she walks downstairs, walks out of that room, goes all the way through the chapel to the front door to where Zenobia is, and lightly taps her on the shoulder. Sorry, Zenobia. I didn't mean to disturb you.
What happened?
How do you know anything happened?
Well...
You wouldn't be waking me
You
up.
wouldn't be waking me up unless something had happened.
Shut up, Rodrick. You're over in the inn.
I'm in a different building.
So, well, no, you're right. There was the Splatterman is in my mirror.
Huh.
I don't think he's gonna come back, but I don't want to be there. I don't want the door to disappear again. Can
Well, why don't we sleep here in the chapel?
Oh, okay. And Vivian just like lays on the floor right there. She's like, okay. I should have had her. I retcon when she came down. She put on her nightgown, but she also like did the little kid thing where she grabbed her comforter and wrapped it around her. And as she came down the stairs,
I have a question. Has Vivian ever slept in such a large room?
Didn't she grow up in the church, though?
Yeah.
I'm sure they had lock-ins.
yeah, they had lock-ins.
Okay, 'cause,
Exactly.
like, I'm picturing like the main entryway of the chapel, and it's just like this huge room, and like every sound echoes. Like any drop of water, like. Doop.
She feels a lot of trust in a sanctuary proper.
And there's no mirrors.
And
We go
And
grab...
Zenobia's here.
Zenobia's there, and Father Grimborough and the other priests are still roaming around the
Creepers.
chapel. I mean, they've got somebody at all hours in
Yeah.
case somebody has to come in.
And we go back to rooms and we bring bedding and stuff so she can be a little more comfortable.
Oh.
Father Grimborough will see that you're out in the sanctuary proper and not in one of the rooms. Oh, my dear, another rough night of not getting sleep.
The Splatterman seems intent on making me the focus of his attentions.
It appears that he must be getting stronger if he's able to even reach within the borders of the chapel here.
It's not really what I want to hear before bed, Father.
I do completely understand that. Perhaps I can ease your mind by giving you a bit of Pharasma's blessing.
I would appreciate that, yes. You taking that to a dirty place, Richard?
I was thinking the same thing. I was going to the same place.
Apparently this is the
Perhaps I can
Carrion
make you
Crown
tired.
porn.
Like we've done several times before.
For this episode, Father Grimborough is cast by Joe Manganiello. Or Alexander Skarsgård.
Right. So Father Grimborough draws the spiral on your forehead, gives you the famous Father Grimborough boop. Boop. And you have protection from evil cast on you.
She gives a sigh of relief and immediately falls into sleep. As she's falling asleep, she's just like, "Thank you, Father," and just drifts off to sleep in this pile of blankies.
Sleep well, my child. And he covers you with the blanket.
Oh, that's nice.
So you didn't like him?
I like him. Vivian's liked him. He's just creepy looking.
Well, he's old.
Not all old men are creepy looking.
Well, that's just the image that they had. Now he's cast by Liam Neeson, so he looks much better.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with Liam Neeson tucking me in.
So, Father Grimborough blesses Vivian, allows her to sleep peacefully through the night, and it is now the next morning.
I have a question.
Yup.
Did Kendra stay in Roderick's room?
If you let her,
He didn't kick her out.
then she stayed in his room.
Okay. That is all.
Roderick's got a girlfriend.
Did anything horrible happen? Did she spontaneously combust in the middle of the night?
Sorry, let me roll for that.
Roll for combustion.
I was expecting a low roll, but I rolled
Did the
a
earth
17.
move? Did the earth move?
Surprisingly, this is one of the most peaceful nights you have all had while sleeping here.
Well,
Got out of
That-
freaking Kendra's house.
that poor councilwoman that
Mhm.
was taken at -1 hit point.
Yep.
Thurskel leaves her house.
You went to her house.
He set her up and then stayed for a little while.
Yeah. It's like,
Did Dwarfy go with you?
no, Dwarfy was in his room. Remember, we took him upstairs. It was like,
That's right.
hey,
He passed out.
no, when we get back from Harrowstone, I'll totally call. No, I gotta go. We're gonna meet up. Okay, yeah, no.
I imagine with Roderick and Kendra, like, it was super nerdy. Like, they were both looking at spell books and they kind of like sitting next to each other on the, like, with books open and kind of like conked their heads together.
That light spell cast underneath the covers.
It was the nerdiest, dorkiest thing you could imagine.
Maybe light was cast at one point, or, dazzle.
Mm-hmm.
Sex with magic is a lot more fun than regular kind.
Wow, this really
Duh.
is the...
Don't make me shoot my magic missile.
No, please shoot your magic missile. It never misses.
That's the point.
Well, that's gone sideways.
Magic glitter dust. I'm picturing magic glitter dust drifting from
That's-
the upper level.
They cast glitter dust at all the strip clubs.
I don't have second level spells yet.
Mm-hmm.
She does.
She totally
No,
does.
she doesn't. She's second level.
Yeah.
She's only first level
Oh,
spells
never
still.
mind.
I was looking up which of the council women you were probably with.
It was the one that fainted.
Mm-hmm. But I was seeing which one that happened to be.
Which one was it?
You probably would have been with Murda Strayrock.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were with a murder.
Murder.
I mean, Shanda Faravan is probably more attractive, But Murda Straylock used to own the tavern, so she's down with the drinking.
She's down a clown?
She's DTF.
Because the other one used to has served abroad as the Royal Accuser.
No.
Yeah, she doesn't sound very DTF.
Mm-mm.
So Murda's a cougar.
Yes.
And you know what? Thurskel would be totally down with the cougar because he's got mommy issues.
Yeah, she's totally she totally likes that boy toy action. Awesome. Well, I'm glad we got all that settled. Vivian and Zenobia just slept, had a slumber party.
Mm-hmm.
At the front of the chapel.
With priests wandering around. And
at all hours of the night.
Rodrick and Kendra had a slumber party.
It was so nerdy.
A special slumber party.
A magical slumber party.
Magical, nerdy, special slumber party.
And Thurskel had a slumber party. So, just for everyone's knowledge, I believe we are on the 27th day of Calistral.
Yes, you're right. I have the notepad here.
27.
All right, so...
And we have still not made it.
So what is cholesterol?
To the prison that is just up the
Calistral
block.
is February.
February, okay.
So you only have one more day of Calistral.
Yep.
All right, so we wake up, we had a great night's sleep.
Oh, I didn't sleep.
Is he exhausted?
Fatigued.
I have both. He's got a hangover, but it's okay. I'm fine with it.
We're going into Harrowstone today.
Going into Harrowstone fatigued.
Not fatigued. No, I don't want any conditions.
You're the one that's saying you're exhausted.
As soon
You
as
said
I
think
didn't
about
sleep.
your words.
As soon as I eat my rabbits, I'll be fine.
So I'm assuming you all gather together first thing in the morning.
No, we meet up back
We
at
have
the
breakfast.
Back to the tavern.
Yeah.
We have our rabbit with the rabbit gravy.
I don't want rabbit gravy. I don't like rabbit gravy.
Today there is
Except for
also squirrel on the menu.
I don't want squirrel, just the rabbit.
Miss Ariana, we sincerely appreciate your hospitality.
Oh, of course. We're all friends here.
We'll try to solve that Harrowstone thing for you.
The Harrowstone? Harrowstone. That'd be a good name for a new inn. Well, it is morning. You're having breakfast. Are you doing anything in town before you head off to Harrowstone?
No.
I have no business in town. I've got my bow. I've got my axe. I've got my hammer. I'm good.
Before Vivian came over to the inn, she did her prayers in the chapel.
Okay.
Rodrick is looking over his hammer and tongs, and he's like, do any of us have any cold iron?
You mean the book, right? Not like physical hammer and tongs?
Hammer and tongs, the forging of metal and other good works, his Turagian scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, he's looking at a scripture and he's like, do any of us have cold iron?
I do. What is... No.
We may need it. I'm broke. like a typical Ustalavian, Rodrick has no money at this point.
I mean, I've got an axe that's not cold iron, but I've got that and my hammer, which is not cold iron. I've got silver-tipped arrows that we found in that crypt.
Yes, Yumi and Zenobia all have silver, but none of us have cold iron. We may want to get that covered as well.
Do we have enough money?
I mean, to get the cold iron dagger, it's only like 4 gold.
Oh, yeah, no. Zenobia, do you need a cold iron dagger?
What is a cold iron sword?
It's double the ordinary cost.
Kendra, before you head off to Harrowstone, will pull Rodrick aside. I don't know if I will be of any assistance at Harrowstone, so I don't know if I should go.
I am very concerned for your safety. That is why we are here, is to ensure that. But at the same time, you are very skilled in arcane magics.
All I can do is bless you with good fortune, or I can disrupt the undead energies, but that's something that you can do as well.
Yes. My skills are specifically effective at killing.
I don't possess those abilities. I never learned how to destroy things, only to gain insight.
Your insights may still be very useful, but if you do not feel that you will be helpful with us in the Harrowstone itself, perhaps we can take advantage of your skills not there. I'm sorry, I was trying to form it in my head and it just wasn't coming. We get our help not there, and then we go there.
It doesn't make sense that we would take, like...
We're trying to protect her.
we're trying
we
to
shouldn't
protect
be
her.
taking her where it's dangerous anyway. So
The thing is, she wants to go because she doesn't want to leave Roderick's side, basically, but she doesn't want to be in the way.
She won't be in the way, that's for sure.
So.
I mean, technically, she's the strongest one.
She's level 2, we're level 1.
It doesn't make sense from a protection standpoint to take her into the dungeon
battle.
where
No.
she'll get killed.
She has to stay.
And related to that, Vivian would be wondering what the plan is to keep her safe while we're gone.
Dwarfy can help.
Dwarfy.
Dwarfy.
Protect the ale and protect Kendra.
Lock her in a confessional.
Nice.
Turn Kendra into alcohol, then protect her.
Yes.
He would just drink her.
Kendra will say, I have a few things stored that I think could help you on your trip into Harrowstone. And as always, if you find anything or you need respite after dealing with them, you know you can always come back to the house or to the town, and I'll help however I can. It's not much, but I have a potion of Cure Light Wounds, a scroll of Protection from Evil. I have a vial of Alchemist Fire, 3 alchemical silver bolts.
Ooh.
That's you, Vivian.
Some antitoxin.
Silver bolts for a crossbow?
Yes.
Sorry, how many silver bolts?
3.
And then how many antitoxins?
Just 1.
Just one?
Who has a crossbow?
Just Vivian. If she has one at all.
Okay, I do. What? I'm sorry. So, what are the bolts?
3 silver bolts.
I also have 3 cold iron bolts as well. I also have this vial that my father gave me, but I don't know exactly what it is.
I have a feeling I know what it is.
It is a shimmering paste-like substance.
Alright, what do I roll? Spellcraft?
Yes.
18?
All right. This is Silver Sheen.
Ooh.
I know what that is.
You should take that.
And it's just 1?
Just 1.
I think Zenobia should take it
That's what I was thinking.
more out of anybody else. Put it on a longsword.
I took the scroll of protection from
On my
evil.
longsword or on my
So Silver Sheen,
cold iron?
it would be redundant. So what Silver Sheen is you put it on a weapon and it gives it the properties of alchemical silver for a certain period of time.
1 hour.
1 hour. So for 1 hour, your regular steel longsword will become a silver longsword for the purposes of bypassing damage reduction with
Nice.
silver.
And the difference between alchemical silver and normal silver?
It's the same thing.
Okay.
Alchemical silver is the only silver that's strong enough to be used as a weapon.
Okay.
They differentiate it from silver.
All right.
So anytime it
Just
says a
off.
silver weapon, it's alchemical silver. So Kendra gives Rodrick all these things and says, "Thank you. You and your father have both meant very much to me in the many years that I've known you. I will return, but I must do what I can to save this town."
She has a amulet around her neck. She takes it off and gives the amulet to you. It's nothing magical or anything. It's just
A token.
a token of hers to keep with you.
A favor.
Yes. She puts that around your neck, gives you a quick kiss, and says, "Please come home."
I shall. And he turns around and looks at the amulet one last time before walking away.
While this very sweet moment was going on, Vivian was putting on her makeup at the tavern table, and she's gone for a more fierce look today because she knows she's going to go into battle.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got some real thick eyeliner on and some real nice sharp wings happening.
I like it.
She always goes for the wings, but they're extra fancy today.
Almost Osiriani.
And bright red lipstick.
Oh yeah, she's got her war paint on. Does Thurskel notice?
Thurskel's a little hungover. He had a great time last night.
He had a very exciting evening.
I made so many friends.
Are you ready to go into battle, Thurskel?
Absolutely, let's go.
Dwarfy is downstairs in the bar. He sees Thurskel's like, "My friend, my buddy. Here, if you're going into battle, and I'm staying here to protect the beer and protect that tart over there.
She is kind of a tart. Dude, they were doing it in the crypts. The crypts.
The Crips, really?
Crypts.
The Crips
With skulls and bones. and
have
stuff.
some respect, man.
You know, bones, yeah.
No, they got boned in
They were
the
it was a
boneyard.
false crypt, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was actually no dead people.
Yeah, it was a false bone, too.
That's just sad, man. You should take
The little blue pill.
He goes under the bar and starts tossing bottles, looking for
Tongue
ones.
It's the owner just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Pretty much. He basically lives here, though. He finds the one he's looking for. Ah! Found it. Dwarven ale.
Oh, what vintage is this?
Tuesday.
Old.
Okay.
Insert date.
It's got dust on it, right?
Yeah, no.
So it's old.
It's super old. So what does this do if I drink it? Does it just get me drunk?
It reminds you of me, obviously.
Obviously, but I mean, if I was going into battle, would it help me in battle?
Yes, it makes you the fiercest warrior there.
I was already that.
But it makes you more so.
Alright, well, I will keep it. And you know what? When I get back, we'll share it.
That sounds good.
Alright.
But if you drink it before you get back, I won't be upset.
You know what? I wouldn't tell you if I did.
Sounds good.
Vivian wants to talk to Father Grimborough before leaving. She had finished preparing her spells, and she's ready to go. And she just steps up to Father Grimborough. And, I hope I can do this.
Oh, my dear, you are more than capable of handling anything that is thrown your way.
Thank you, Father. I hope to return to you soon.
Please do. And while you are here, I consider you a member of this temple here, so you are always welcome.
Thank you. It's the closest thing that feels like home, so far away.
And he's not super familiar with the customs of following Shaylin, but he does his best hand symbols of Shaylin.
Yeah, the protector symbol.
Yeah, he's trying.
It's a hair flip. He doesn't have any hair, though, so...
Right.
I have a question.
Toss.
So,
Sachet.
we've all
Bend
had...
and snap. Sachet, sachet, sachet.
We all had our, moments with people in the town.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with Zenobia?
Sariana sees you approaching the bar. Zenobia, I have your drink ready for you.
Thank you. I'm going to need it. These people are nuts.
You know?
They don't know how to take care of themselves, I'm telling you.
Well, then it sounds like you're the perfect person to take care of them.
If they'll listen to me. But so far, they haven't listened to me once.
Well, I think you have the knowledge and the capabilities, because I've seen you around here with the professor, to definitely keep them in line.
Yes. Well, I don't have eyes in the back of my head, and this whole thing is about needing eyes in the back of your head.
Yeah, this is true. But I will, if you don't mind me saying, it is okay every once in a while to let that one person in.
No payoff in sentimentality. Thanks for the drink.
Okay.
At that moment, Vivian comes up behind you. You ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
We're going to do it. We're finally going to Harrowstone.
Finally.
Maybe.
What? So, we're about
It's
to do...
4 more miles.
We're about to do our cool guys, don't look at explosions, walk out of town to Harrowstone. Everyone's going to be crying. It'll be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What is the music that's playing as we're walking out? What is our theme song as we're walking out of town?
Highway to Hell.
Never gonna give you up.
No, that's
Never
when he
gonna
rolls.
let you
That's not...
Highway to Hell's
No,
pretty good.
okay.
I don't know. I'm not quite feeling it.
It cannot be Eye of the Tiger. That's my rule. Because when I worked at a certain electronics store, they had Guitar Hero up on demo, and that was one of the first 5 songs you had unlocked, and just every single person came in would start that song and then walk away from it 2 minutes later. So I just heard that song over and over and over and
What
over
about
again.
the Beatles? Come Together.
Come together.
Oh, that's
How
pretty
about
good.
Running with the Devil? Van Halen.
How about something a little more modern? That Green Day song?
No,
No.
we're stopping it right there. No Green Day.
Green Day has no place in fantasy role.
You didn't let me finish. It's the Green Day song, but they mash it up with the Oasis song, and then they mash that
Worse
up
and worse.
with
Worse
Dream
and worse.
On from
Oh,
Aerosmith.
man.
And then I think Eminem had a verse
Yeah.
in it too.
Nah.
I mean, it's 4 bands, and there's 4 of us.
Well, we have to go with it then.
No,
No.
you know what? I got it. We're missing the obvious choice here, which is Ghostbusters 2, the song that makes the ooze
slime?
dance.
The
Yeah.
slime?
Your love
Yeah,
is
that song.
lifting me
higher than I've ever been lifted before. Do. I'm sorry, I got into it.
But that seems so happy. It's like bright and upbeat, and we're going into a haunted prison.
This is Viviana's suggestion.
What if we did a
But, I
What-
mean, it does fit perfectly with ghosts.
It does.
and the anger is what set off in the fire, just like the ooze in Ghostbusters 2.
Uh-huh.
Are
poetic.
we sure that happened, though?
No.
Or are we just assuming?
That's what I'm assuming.
That's what the GM told me.
Did I?
Yep.
Yes.
That it was ooze.
No.
That it was
That-
a motion-based fire.
That the 5 prisoners were channeling our anger in the town hall to blow up the 5 lanterns.
I think you did say that.
Mhm.
Anyway,
So this brings about another really important point, though, if we have resolved our music.
yes. Does everyone agree? Philip, do you want to set the tone more? Do we want to do like a lower, like a more toned down version, more macabre?
I think that, yeah, Once Upon a Dream by Lana Del Rey is the song that I'm hearing. Did you ever see Maleficent?
No.
It's from the Maleficent movie. It's
Do you want to do that song, or do you want to do Your Love Is Lifting Me Higher, that style?
that style. I
Yeah.
don't want to, I don't
Okay.
want to do it like that.
Yeah.
Let's
So-
get on the road.
So, we've
on
got
the
our
road
theme-
again.
There you go.
On the road again.
Only if it's sung by Eddie Murphy.
Is there a song that's like...
Eddie Murphy?
On the road again as Donkey.
Okay. You mean Eddie Murphy?
What
Is there a song about, like, we keep going to the
Murphy's-
graveyard over and over again? because we do that a lot.
Go into the graveyard and we're gonna get buried. We
think
love
we found
laughing
our
at our
shtick.
own jokes.
Oh, man.
We're so funny.
Okay, so
we get funnier as the night goes
So
on.
basically, we've got a whole mixtape to play while we're walking.
Yeah.
For those 4 miles.
Yeah. Is it 4 miles
It
to
is
Harrowstone?
4 miles at Harrowstone.
Okay.
It's a human walks 3 miles a day. 3 miles. No.
Shut up.
That's how much. That's
how
my
much
math.
Noel. Sorry, I was thinking of Noel.
That's true.
I mean, that's more than I walk in a day. But
A human walks at a speed of 3 miles an hour, so it's an hour and a third, hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, that's enough time for a full CD.
that's true.
I didn't know where you were going with that. It's like, are you just sharing your math knowledge? Like, are you just trying to one up me? Because it's not hard.
For this
With
cruise,
math.
somehow an
Deep.
hour and a half walk can take 5, 6, 7 days.
So,
Fall into
and we
spatial
haven't even
traps.
gotten out of town yet.
Nope.
No. We're in the center, the circle square.
The circle square of the town.
Mm-hmm.
We said all our goodbyes.
Said all your goodbyes. You'll head out through the town, following the main pathway toward Harrowstone.
I thought there'd be
Oh.
more of a parade to see us off.
They're all in there.
We're all dead.
They're all inside waving from their windows.
I was going to say, are they like peeking through their blinds and like slamming the windows when we look at them?
Yes.
Hoping nothing else bursts into flame as we go by.
One empties a chamber pot in front of you.
It's like the opposite of the Bonjour song in Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir. Au revoir.
Good. That was good.
Um,
Man, we are in a musical mood tonight.
Apparently.
Okay. We passed by Kendra's house, right? On
yes,
the way out.
it is on the way.
So is Professor Lorimore still on the porch?
Is that where y'all left him?
Yeah, I mean,
Well, nobody else has been back there yet, so
not
he's
even
still.
Kendra. Ooh, she's gonna get scared
No.
when she gets home.
It's a little ripe.
I don't think Kendra would be wanting to stay at home by herself.
Well, we know she
after
was
the-
staying with Rodrick, so...
Well, her big pale
was at the
father,
end,
what's
though.
his name, can
Yeah.
go get it.
But who's guarding the books?
The chest.
Oh, yeah. There's
The
those.
locked chest.
But don't give Gary any ideas, Philip.
Hmm.
No, stop
what
it.
would happen with those? I'm sure she'd be able to get somebody to go back
Okay.
with her to.
We're not taking the
Secure
books with
those.
us to Harrowstone, so
No, that's
Yeah,
definitely true.
They have to stay there.
But I'm just imagining the amount of flies that are over that lovely corpse now.
Yeah, I
And
feel
it
like.
still makes me laugh, just this... What did we say? Keep off the grass?
That's super,
Yeah,
super morbid.
but no, I feel like Kendra
Yeah.
would have enough foresight to take somebody with her to go to the house to get the books and either keep them at the inn where she's staying
Mm-hmm.
or at the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
and get the help of one of the clerics to help with the body, because I'm sure that's what they're doing anyway. Like they had the whole
Oh yeah, there's
undead
a
outbreak, so
cleanup, yeah.
they're
They have to
cleaning it
go
all up.
clean
so.
up, put
Oh,
people back in graves.
But one of them probably had a good chuckle when he got to Kendra's house.
Or it's just like, sick fucks. Okay.
I like to think that we had the good humor priest. But
but see, that's the creepy one. Like, it's like the youth pastor.
yeah,
priest.
right. Like, I'm cool like you guys.
Oh, you kids and your dead bodies.
I also
Do
imagine
you guys want
like
pizza?
the same guy that was at the town meeting that was like, "Whoa, what did he say?"
He's-
Bar, 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 bar.
Go,
Yeah.
go ahead.
he had
do
a
that.
mouthful
Do-
of marshmallows and he
do
just
that.
couldn't get it out.
How do we know that you
Show the
didn't
microphone.
release the dead and all that stuff? I just imagine him as we're leaving town. Go, well, guess who's leaving now that we have to clean up all these dead bodies?
Probably. He's
Yeah.
probably
Just a negative Nelly.
He's
Yep.
a jerk. Jerky jerk face.
I'm going to get him.
jerky jerk face.
Yeah, that's his name.
Did we
Mhm.
throw the skeletons out too, or do we have to make sure they
Oh,
We
we
did throw
didn't.
those out. There were no dead bodies left in the house, as far as we knew.
as far as we knew?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when you left
Maybe
the
she'll
house,
maybe she'll hire a maid now because those beds haven't been changed in days. Nor have the dishes been done.
she'll just burn the whole house down and restart from scratch.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's
Just
what I
don't
do.
get the books out first.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, we're passing by the house.
Pass by the house.
We all have a snicker over the fact that
He's still sitting on the porch.
our big buddy.
You can still see the ladder
Love you, Prof.
up, propped against the wall, heading up to Vivian's room.
Oh man, that was a lot happened last time we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Vivian probably like shudders.
At the shutters.
I would give you a hero card, but you don't get one.
We don't want to power up the GM anymore.
That one hurt.
So, continuing on past the house,
Mm-hmm.
you start making your way toward the Harrowstone Memorial.
Finally, I'm so excited.
And our montage is like, most montages are fast, like double motion. Our montage is, in fact, half third motion. We're moving in slow motion.
You can see all the pixels breaking up
Yes.
because it's digital media.
Well, I'm sure we're all a little hungover.
That's true. We're just
There
like
is that.
holding our hand up at the light, like, it's so bright. So, are there more letters?
There are.
Really?
Wait,
Yes.
I thought we
I didn't
stopped
expect
the
that.
guy.
You did.
Well, that's what we discussed was, I mean, we could have done something with Gibbs, but
Could have killed him.
the Splatterman would have just possessed somebody else and done the same thing.
Well, how did we know that he didn't?
Well, apparently he did because there's more. So what's on there? So
That was some really good logic right there.
So we interrupted him drawing an O last time.
Yes. That's what he was out there to draw last time. But now it is VESOR.
5 letters. For real this time.
Well, duh. I wonder who that is. Could it be?
Visor
Visor-
de Mont.
Thank the gods
trying to
your
say
name
Voldemort.
is really long.
Wait, does that mean that when the last letter, like when the last petal falls, when the last letter's on there?
Oh.
One day.
No, do we have a limited timeline?
That's what I'm getting at.
The legend is that it's the next day.
Right.
But, yeah, so what we're saying is we have until the end of Visoriana's name to complete Harrowstone. But it's been taking him, 2 days to write a letter at a time?
That was once every 3 days.
Yeah, once every 2 to 3 days. It varies. It's not an exact pattern.
Mm.
It just...
It's been alternating with yours.
Hey,
I
so
don't
calendar
think.
keepers, where are we at?
So...
Well, the 27th of Kellistro.
And how many letters are there? Tell me. I know there are 5, but how do you spell her name again?
There's 10 letters.
Is there any 2 R's or 2 N's in that one?
Okay, so there's 10 letters. So why don't you just mark on your little calendar just the
What letter we're
letter?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's
she's
coming
got
up?
it over there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Yeah, okay.
we're not we're under the gun, but we've it's been 7 days and we've done nothing. So we still probably have a little bit of a window to get this done.
We've been here a week already? Good God, the time flies.
Actually, longer than that. I think we've been here.
Well, you
9
did,
days.
You did sleep through 5 days of that.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
mean,
5 days of it just went
time
away.
flies when you're taking a nap.
Okay. So...
And when you drink as much as we do,
So that's a very good point. I hadn't thought about that. Vivian just kind of, does Thurskel say that? Does he
What did you say?
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
hey guys, what do you think will happen when they complete the name?
the Splatterman said this when he was speaking through Gibbs at Venus. Once they kill Vesoriana, apparently that will allow them to escape the prison. So we need to destroy them before they kill Vesoriana.
But she's already dead.
Apparently her spirit is still there.
Okay.
I mean, theirs are too, so...
Well, yes, let's get them.
so in worst case, we have 5 days to complete this mission. But, bright side, it's taken the Splatterman more than 1 day at a time to write these letters, so hopefully we have 10 days-ish. I wouldn't bet on it.
I wouldn't either.
Somebody
Why don't
redo
we
her
just-
math?
Why don't we just get it done today and come home?
Yeah, Vivian doesn't know how many letters are in her own name, so we need to make sure she's got the number of letters in Vesoriana's name correct.
Yeah, no, but really, we're on day 5 of the letters.
Well,
We're on
you're
letter
on 5
5.
letters.
We're on letter 5.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're on letter 5, and there's 5 letters left. So,
Maybe 10 days.
so I was right. So you made fun of me for no reason.
No, you did math right.
Yeah.
It just
Congratulations.
Yeah, I didn't get a congratulations, I just got more ridiculiness.
You're never going to live down how many letters are in Vivian's name.
So
Yeah.
if it has letters, you can do math. So algebra is okay with
I'm just
you.
saying no one corrected me, is all I'm saying.
We were all too tired to count.
You asked, you're like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, okay. But you didn't check.
Yeah.
Vivian.
One of them's
Vivian.
one of them's a diphthong.
You're a
IA.
diphthong.
The IA.
Vivian.
Can we say that on air? Diphthong.
Diphthong.
Too many diphthongs.
You're a diphthong.
Too many diphthongs.
So,
Okay.
we are walking along
and
we
we're walking.
said
And we're
goodbye.
walking.
We're walking.
to Professor Lorimore for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Last time.
Is
we
there.
saw the memorial. I mean, we saw the memorial, so we're not that far, are we?
From Ravengrow, Harrowstone is 4 miles. It is up a hill.
Of course, both
so
ways.
It looks like it's a lot closer to Ravengrow than it actually is because of how it's sitting and how big it is up
Yeah, I
on the
know what
hill.
you're talking about.
But it takes, because you have to spiral around the hill to
Ugh.
get to it. So the Harrowstone Memorial is down at the base of the hilltop.
hmm
So at the base of the hill,
And then it's a bit of a hike from there.
bit of a hike from there to go up the hill.
So while we're walking, we should probably strategize.
Mm-hmm.
Like we've been so excited to go to Harrowstone. What are we gonna do when we're there besides kill all the ghosts.
Take names and kick ass.
Mm-hmm. Chew some bubblegum.
How many things do we think we're going to encounter?
At least 5.
Well,
Maybe five.
yes, at least 5.
Well, there's the 5 major prisoners we learned about, and
But what about
Then there's the
creatures?
warden and his wife.
Well, we're gonna fight the wife? Aren't we trying to save her soul?
yes, they may be on our side.
Well, I guess you don't trust them.
Well, they are
Well,
ghosts.
I know that the wife is being targeted. The warden. Do you think he could have been a nice man?
I have no idea. I
Wait.
mean,
I think.
By all accounts, he was, and his wife loved him very much, so...
She was willing to go and die for him. Well, I mean, I don't think she was planning on dying since she was locked in a closet and left to die. But she did go up to a prison at night, and that's pretty scary.
Well, if that didn't bitter her spirits, then hopefully he's okay too.
Maybe.
That could bitter someone's spirits to be
Maybe.
burned to death.
I just know that I'm prepared for anything.
Because
Because he got bit by scorpions, or centipedes, or whatever they were. Those big
millipedes,
bugs.
I believe, yes.
And
millipedes.
We're gonna go through an entomology class with you.
all right, and then the ghosts. It's a prison that's haunted. There are spooky ghosts.
I know. How many might we be looking at?
At least
Thurskel.
5.
How many guards were at the prison?
It is not known exactly.
You want to go count the names on the memorial, or do you want to go to Harrowstone? Are we there
Who do you
yet?
think's going to be the big
we
bad
are
guy?
so dead.
The big bad guy? Oh, you know what?
Spider-Man?
It's probably going to be the priest.
Oh, you think it's the priest?
I think so
You think it's the
because
priest?
he's a manipulator.
Zenobia is smirking.
Duh.
That was his whole deal, was manipulating people, right?
Well, you know my feeling about the priest. I vote for the priest, too.
I vote for the Spider-Man.
Well, that's because he's targeting you.
My money's on Splatterman. Okay, we'll start taking bets. We'll create a pool.
Like any of you have any money.
I don't. I'm totally out. I spent it all on this badass axe.
My vote's for Dwarfy.
Is the enemy?
Yes,
He's
he's the big
You
bad.
don't get to
I
bet
was
because
going
you
to say, I
know.
don't think you have a vote. You already know.
Well, then we should take his bet. It's a sure thing.
So, as we're walking up, Roderick's like, we should start talking about tactics, I think. So, Zenobia, I've been running in foolishly and getting myself hurt, but you seem to be far more competent in hand-to-hand combat than I imagined I was.
It is my job, Rodrick.
Yes. So,
I will be your meat shield.
yes, I was going to suggest if you would lead and I would use my magic from behind.
But I don't understand. I'm the strongest. So shouldn't I go first?
Well, yes, I was
Sure.
thinking you two by two, and Vivian and I would come up close behind.
Oh, so we're like partners.
That's what it was. He just wants to stand next to
Partners.
Vivian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
All right, ladies, man. I think that we will take point. You
Yes.
guys bring up the rear.
Yes, and
Kendra will be spying.
You don't. Do you have a? You always like to work with your battle axe up close and personal.
It's a brand new toy, but it's going to be on my back. I always have my hammer in my. It just feels like an extension of me. If I need the axe, I'll use the axe.
So you also have a short bow, like I do.
I do.
So strategically, we want to soften things up with our range weapons and then go in and whack them.
I'm not a ranged kind of guy.
I am to start with, just so that we know.
All right, well, you can take the opening volley, and I will go smash.
You can
some
give me all of
faces.
the arrows if you're not going to use them.
Well, I mean,
By the way,
don't put all your eggs in one basket.
All right. So as you're coming around the bend and up the side of the hill, you start seeing Harrowstone ominously staring back at you.
ominous.
Ominously. Has a stark, sagging roof of the central structure visible through a large gap in the surrounding wall. So you can tell there's a large perimeter wall, and as you're coming around, you notice one whole side of it is completely collapsed.
Roderick elbows Vivian. See? Dilapidated.
As you continue walking around, you'll also notice that the perimeter wall is covered in ivy as well, so the plant life is starting to take it back over. And then you start approaching the main gates, which for that you see a sagging wood and metal gate set between a pair of stone guard towers once barred entrance into Harrowstone. But the gates now hang negligently open, creaking softly in what wind touches the ruined bars.
So someone left the gate. That's probably why the haunts got out.
Is that how you think this works?
I mean, could you think of a better solution?
I'm not even going to get into that.
All right.
Roderick kind of puts a hand on Vivian's shoulders like, we might want to check for magic before we go in. Just make a habit of it.
I know. I know how to check for magic, and that you should do it in dangerous situations. Thank you, Rodrick, for reminding me.
You've got it.
So, do you want me to go up on my own? Am I
No.
just walking up and detecting magic on my own, or is someone going to come with me?
I'll go with you. Let's go.
We're 30 feet away from the gate. I don't know how much closer you need to get.
I mean, I said I'd go with you. Let's go.
Okay. Vivian and Thurskel walk forward together.
Yeah. And then I just whisper, oh my god, he's being so rude.
He's being a little testy.
I know.
Thurskel has gossiped with every single member of the party.
Yeah, no, if you can't say anything nice, sit next to Thurskel.
So, Vivian detects magic on the gate.
Okay.
And I want to detect it like guard tower to gate to guard tower and kind of blast it up. Guard towers they're towers, right? There's 2 levels to them.
It's 20 feet high.
Yeah.
So Vivian scans the area,
Mm-hmm.
goes up the guard tower, across the gate, up the other guard tower. No magic.
We're clear of magic, at least. I don't know about anything else.
Good.
This gate is still creaking.
Well,
I guess we'd better make
won't
our way
for
in.
long, and then Thurskel cracks his knuckles and pulls it open.
Okay.
All right.
Do I need to make any checks for that?
No, it's very easy to open. It almost feels like it's going to fall off the hinges.
I was going to say, does it start collapsing as he moves it?
It doesn't completely collapse, but it's very loose.
Oh, be careful when you come through this gate. It's very loose.
Yeah, I could see the door, like, it's bowing on the part that he's pulling, and the rest of it's still kind of, like, lingering behind.
So he opens it up, and he's going to be the first one in.
Okay. So Thurskel, as you go inside...
Did Vivian go in?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
So Thurskel, as you start walking inside, you start feeling like everything is closing in around you, and you start to feel like your skin is burning,
Hey, guys.
and you feel like you're igniting on fire.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Is it really small in here? This prison looks huge from the outside, but it feels like it's really small. And is it hot? Are you guys hot? I'm hot. I'm really hot.
Yeah, I agree, you are.
Thank you.
What the hell is he talking about?
It's
That's
freaking
good.
hot.
It's getting
It's just-
worse.
It's
and
warm.
worse. You
Uh,
feel like you're on fire.
Detect magic?
You detect no magic.
Fuck these haunts.
But give me a will save. Thurskel.
Will is not my forte.
Yeah, of course he goes first for the will save.
5.
Is that your total?
That's my total.
You don't have a bonus?
It's -1.
Oh.
Okay. So the sensation only lasts for a few minutes and then fades away, but it's enough. You felt so much that you were on fire that you are now shaken for 8 minutes.
Ooh. Ooh, doggy.
I can't believe you can't feel this. It's like this. Like, have you ever seen a piece of glass that makes things bigger?
What?
It's-
Magnifying glass.
yeah, thank you. A magnifying glass. Have you ever used it on like ants or anything?
Yes.
I felt like an ant.
Are you feeling better now?
No, it hurts.
Okay. Deep breaths. Does the feeling pass, or is he just feeling shitty?
8 minutes.
8 minutes. He's shaken for 8
He's
minutes.
shaken, but does the feeling pass?
Yeah,
or is he
it eventually starts fading.
So seeing the effect, Roderick's going to roll a knowledge arcana. Natural 20. 29. Sorry, 27. Don't take that first one.
Still not quite sure what this was.
knowledge religion?
With a 27.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
26?
26?
Knowledge religion?
So this was definitively a haunt.
Mm.
Had on this particular one, detect magic wouldn't have done anything.
Mm.
Detect undead or detect alignment would have found it.
Yeah, but those aren't cantrips, Gary.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a -1. Oh wait, no, never mind. I turned on my shaken thing, so
It changed it,
it
more.
changed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, never mind.
Thurskel,
What?
drink this. And I throw him a thing of holy water.
Don't drink holy water.
I don't think
Why
that I
not?
should drink
It's got
this.
silver in it.
Yeah, no, this is tainted. This is from the.
Then pour it on you.
You know what I'll do? I'll stick my finger in there and just wipe it on my face. Did that help anything?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Save it.
They never listen to me.
That's not how holy water works, I have to say.
Yeah, 3 against 1. Take this and put it in your pocket.
He gives it back to me. I wing it at him.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, roll.
But doesn't holy water hit?
Still gonna roll.
Yeah.
So you're trying to break it on him, or are you just opening it and splashing at him?
Splashing it on. 20.
But
Yeah,
that should hit.
Yeah, it's against his touch AC. So now he's doused in holy water.
But you feel cooler now.
I mean, that helped with the temperature, but
I do what I can.
I don't feel any different. I still feel... What's
Verklempt?
this feeling?
Well-
I've never felt like this before.
Well-
And with that knowledge religion, that Vivian did. She got the impression that this was like a psychic echo of
The fire.
the fire. Someone being down in the dungeon, trapped
I have
by the fire.
I have a logistical question. If she's dousing it with holy water, have we all gone through the gate now, or?
No, I
she's
threw
just
it through the gate.
This is what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, as Thurskel is leaned forward, breathing heavily, trying to catch
And now he's wet.
catch his bearings, and now he's wet. Vivian's going to be looking around at the gate, and she's mulling over what just happened and where they are, and she just goes, "This was definitely a haunt. Thurskel, you're feeling the energy of Harrowstone. You are feeling what the prisoners felt."
Oh, I don't like it.
No, I don't imagine you would. I don't imagine anyone would.
Is this what feeling scared is like?
Yes,
Oh.
very much.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how you deal with it, Rodrick.
Roderick's biting his tongue. He's just like, somebody really needs to explain to Zenobia how holy water works.
Will this happen again? So does this look like a haunt that's going to reset, or?
I'm sure that it will.
With that check, you know this was a one and done thing.
All right.
It was charged up for the first person to walk through the gates.
I'm sure it won't.
Well, on the bright side, Thurskel, you've set up the haunt so it won't affect any of the rest of us.
I'm glad I took that bullet for you.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, what's a bullet?
What is a bullet?
Are we emerging guns or?
Don't hit them with hammers.
What this has now decided for you is you go through the door first for everything.
Well, I don't want to because I'm now scarred. Scared.
Exactly. So
Shaken.
there you
didn't know how
go.
to say it.
Not anything that requires a will saving. Though.
You're scared.
Scarred.
High five, Gary. Air five.
Arrow guard. No, just kidding.
Perhaps while
Why not?
Thurskel is recovering, Zenobia should be going first.
And Vivian's gonna come up and console Thurskel as he's dealing with the fear for the first time in his life. And she's just gonna be whispering things and also saying, lesson. It's like, all right, the first step is to breathe deep in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then I want you to think about a beach. And you're on the beach. And everything's fine, and you're relaxed, and it's good. And she's just like going through like mental meditation exercises in the middle of this abandoned prison.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about getting sunburns.
No,
Zenobia is
He's
sitting on
not.
a stump, just shaking her head, going, "Oh,
he doesn't.
die, die, die."
No. Vivian's doing this as we continue on. She's just whispering to Thurskel as they continue on.
And what are we doing as we
So-
continue on?
Yep. Now that we've passed through the gate.
Now you're through the gate, you're on the inside, you're on the grounds. So in front of you, you see the pathway to the main gate, which goes around that circular area, which has a giant tree in the middle.
Nice.
You've got over to the left of the main gate there, you've got what you would assume would be the warden's house. If you continue along the wall on this side, there's another watchtower here, and then continuing along a little bit further, there's another watchtower around the corner, and all the way to the other side is you got more of the water over there, and then prison.
So, if we're
Yeah.
trying to save the warden's wife, should we go to the warden's house first?
I think so. I think that would be a good place to start.
My suggestion is that we check the grounds first, because if we walk into any building, we want to make sure that there's nothing wandering around that will come in behind us.
We want Thurskel to set off any other traps that might be in the ground.
Give me about 7 minutes.
At the rate we walk, no problem.
That's about 40 feet.
40
Right.
feet.
All right, so at this point, it's kind of sandboxy of wherever you want to go. So
I just say right first, and we'll walk up to the line of the body of water.
okay, so going along to the body of water.
Does everyone agree with that?
Yes, I agree. Going to the water.
All
I
right, so,
disagree. Are we gonna? Am I gonna get a timer?
Potentially.
so we start moving up towards the water, probably stopping maybe 20 feet out.
Okay. The large water, you see this large pond of dark, muddy water spreads out along the eastern section of the prison grounds. Here and there, bits of ruined wall protrude from the water, and thick tangles of reeds and cattails grow along the muddy shores.
So Roderick's going to roll perception on the water and rolled a 21.
Okay. Well, with the 21, you'd probably be able to tell that, and also having your knowledge of the area and Harrowstone, you would probably realize that this area was over the dungeons, and so when the dungeons caught fire, the roof and everything collapsed and created a sinkhole,
Oh.
and that this area just filled in with water over time with the rains that come with the area.
So It looks like the dungeon below collapsed in the fire, and this sinkhole was created. So it's very possible that at least a portion of the basement is flooded.
Detect magic
Okay.
all along the from where I'm at, and then I'll kind of grab Thurskel and
Scoot
no,
forward.
probably not Thurskel since he's still probably a little scared. Vivian, no, Zenobia, and grab Zenobia and start walking towards the water to detect magic into the water.
Okay.
And you're taking me with you because I don't like water?
No, because if
You don't
something
like water?
pops up, you need a protector.
Okay, so I've got my longsword out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we're
probably something
all
we should say.
weapons
We are
out.
all
Yeah,
weaponed
weapons
out.
Let's say
Weapons out.
weapons out, and you know what? It's not going to be my longsword. It's going to be my cold iron short sword.
And I've got my crossbow out.
Rodrick has his warhammer out.
Me too.
Is a short sword a one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed.
weapon? Can I have a dagger in my other hand, or do I have to?
Yes,
have
you can. But
There's
you don't have
penalties
you
if
don't
you
have
try to
two-handed
use bow.
fighting, so there's no benefit to doing that.
Okay, so I've just got my short sword out
Okay.
because I don't want to lose my shield either. So I would have to lose my shield to take a second weapon.
Mhm.
So
Right.
you step up toward
So
the
we're
water.
armed up, and I'm kind of ginger because I'm wearing armor and I don't want to fall in.
So you step up to the water, detecting magic. How close to the edge of the water do you get?
Up to it, like not.
Like
She doesn't
up
want.
to
She
the
doesn't.
edge.
She doesn't want her feet to get wet.
Mhm.
And
So-
I
Or like
am
right
a
on the
little
shoreline.
I'm a little
Yeah.
behind her.
Okay.
I'm not standing any place slippery.
Okay.
Yeah, Vivian goes up to the water to detect magic, and she's kind of like breathing deep. She knows that this is her job, is to detect magic right now.
So you stand there for a second, detecting magic. You don't notice any magic, but one thing that's very odd to you is the water here is so muddy that even in this little shallow section, you can't see through it. And as you're standing there,
No,
wondering, trying to figure out if
No.
there's magic,
Gary.
a hand,
No.
skeletal hand,
No.
reaches out of the water and grabs your leg. And roll for initiative.
Something's finally happening.
Why is Vivian the one going up?
Rodrick is a 21.
21?
And we're all right there with you. You're not by yourself. You just are slightly closer than everyone else.
19.
19 for Zenobia. Vivian?
10.
10. And Thurskel?
3.
3. Thurskel definitely not ready for this one.
Wow.
You're still shaking, aren't you?
Yeah?
I was gonna say, is that the shaken penalty?
No. Well, I mean, I get no initiative bonus, but
Nice. By nice, I mean not nice.
Alright, so that skeletal hand reaches up and you're essentially grappled within that skeletal hand. And Rodrick, you're up first.
Alright, so Rodrick sees something grab her.
Yes, you see a skeletal hand come out and grab around her ankle.
Alright, so I guess he's going to start with a perception. 10.
10,
Don't see anything other than a hand.
you see a skeletal hand reach
Alright.
out of the water and grab her ankle.
Alright, well, he doesn't have any more information to go on that. I'm not going to roll knowledge religion because there's nothing to see yet. So he's going to Warhammer out, just step up next to her and smack at the hand
Okay.
with his hammer.
Knock it. Drop it.
I'm going to come you on the other side.
Not bad. That is a 15. No. Yes, 15 to hit.
15 will not hit.
Wow.
Nope.
But it's grappled.
it has partial cover with the water.
That's true. It does.
We're all gonna die.
Alright, Zenobia.
Quick draw my longsword, my flail, and I flail at the hand.
That's all I can do. And you are close enough that you can study it in this round, too.
Yes, and I study it in this round. Thank you, Rodrick. This is why Zenobia doesn't travel. So,
I'm just imagining her waving her arms.
and it's a natural.
Uh-oh.
No.
Well, this is setting a real good precedent for Harrowstone.
Because I'm going first like Rodrick.
Uh-huh.
So I need to confirm the fumble, right?
Yep.
11.
11 total.
Okay, so I didn't hit.
Correct. So that is a fumble.
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 So what does that fumble card say?
Alright, so this fumble card says Fling. You drop your weapon and it lands 1d6 squares away in a random direction.
Uh-oh.
It's appropriate because everything's wet.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got 8?
Yep.
8 locations.
Mhm.
So I'll roll a d8. 2.
2. Okay, so
So it's in the water.
In the water.
In the
directly
water.
into the water.
And the water, and we'll see how many spaces.
Oh no.
5.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Flail's gone.
You flung that flame.
This is not good. This is a bad start.
So she tries to get the
Whoops.
She tries to get the skeletal wrist
She
in this
quick draw
thing
too far.
and just whoosh.
She quick drew so fast.
I imagine that being like you tried to uppercut it so you could knock it away, with the flail, and you just let go.
And it's like throwing a bolo, so it's like doing that rotational thing and gets some really good distance.
It's like, oh, damn it.
Does it? How thick is the water? Like, how murky is it? Does it like hit the water and then sink? It's like Jello.
It still goes through. It's still water. It's just very murky. It's not.
It's not Jello.
Not Jello.
Thurskel, go get my flail.
All right.
I'm too scared.
So that happened.
Here, I'll hold your ankles.
Man.
This is going really well.
So the skeleton that has its hand wrapped around Vivian's ankle tries to pull her into
No.
the water.
I object.
It's gonna be like a 25 to maintain the grapple.
Against my CMD?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a successful grapple maintained.
Okay.
What's your CMD, like 11?
That's exactly what it is, yes.
See, I'm good at this.
All right. So then it's going to pull her down into the water.
Nope.
15 feet in.
What? Gary! So, Vivian's now under the water, 15 feet.
I mean, it's kind of shallow at this point. But
15 feet into the water, not 15 feet under the water.
Okay.
yeah. At the deepest point, it's only 20 feet deep. But that's
So,
at the deepest
is she
point.
submerged at this point?
You're in water. You're not completely submerged.
Okay.
Give me a percentile die to see if you go in forward or backward. To know if you're face down in the water and you have to hold
Okay.
your breath.
Oh, that's correct. 79.
Okay, so you're face up, basically like floating
Okay.
on the top.
Okay.
So you can breathe at the moment.
Okay. So, it's just like the rug got pulled out from under her. She's just like, oh!
Yep. And it's pulling you out. Pulling you in.
Oh, man.
Okay. And then coming out on the other side of the water.
So this
No.
first skeleton came out of the water, right?
The first skeleton did not stand up.
Oh, so he's still in the water.
Yes.
That's why he pulled me in. So, there's a second skeleton has come up near Rodrick, who's on the left of Vivian,
Yes.
who's now in the water.
Yep. So that one's coming up there, and you do see one coming up in the water.
No!
He's further down. He happens to be holding that flail.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's it. With their movement speed, that's as far as they can go at this point.
So 3 skeletons have come up out of the water, and
Oh, jeez.
one of them has Vivian, and the other 2 are marching up towards us.
And one of them has Zenobia's flail.
So gross.
Are they all gross and like marshy looking?
Muddy.
Yeah, they've got a little bit of they've
Pond
got
scum.
mud on them, some pond scum.
Ugh.
You can kind of see some remnants of clothing since they've been under the water. It hasn't completely faded away. At least 2 of them look like they were former inmates.
That's what I was wondering. Do they look like
one
inmates or
of them has
prisoners?
one of them has a guard uniform on.
Oh, this isn't good. It's not good.
All right. So yeah, one skeleton pulls Vivian under the water. A second one emerges from the water on the shoreline next to Rodrick, and the third one stands up with Zenobia's flail.
Ah, so scary.
Hey, you give that back.
Next up is Vivian.
Oh, jeez. Well, I don't know what to do. So Vivian is gonna try to break the grapple because she has no idea what to do at this point. I don't think she's necessarily really aware there's other skeletons around either.
Probably not.
So, it's a CMV check
Or escape artist.
or escape artist.
Your escape artist is going to be higher. Well, no, because it's a check penalty. Armor check penalty. No, yes. So CMB, which is +0 for you. So
No, my natural 13.
so 13.
So 13.
13 is not enough to beat the CMD.
So she's going to continue flailing there and just be screaming.
Okay.
I just polished this armor!
Next up would be Thurskel.
Thurskel's gonna try and pull Vivian out.
Okay.
So he's going to. I don't know what mechanic that would be, but can I get to her first? First of all, can I get to her?
Yeah, you got the move.
Yeah, you got plenty of movement speed to get there.
Okay. So I grab her and I pull.
Okay. That would essentially be like a grapple check.
Yeah, I would roll it as a CMB check against the skeleton CMD to try to beat his grapple on the person that's being grappled.
Yeah.
Because remember, Thurskel is
Very strong.
very
She
strong.
is very strong.
Mucho fuerte. Okay. So here we go. That's not gonna work. No. That is a 6.
6 is definitely not going to do it.
Why did they send us to this prison? We're not gonna do shit.
I was expecting this to be the easy encounter. Rodrick.
All right, beginning of round 2, Rodrick is going to roll knowledge religion. Natural 1.
These are cicadas.
Can we Can we press the reset button? Can we turn off the PlayStation and turn it back on?
Turn it back on.
Go back to our last save
Just go
point.
last save point.
At the front of the gate.
Rodrick yells out, "Kill the damn things!" And there's the skeleton that's grappled Vivian, but that one's all wrapped up. There's one right next to Vivian as well that's equally a threat, but is going to be easier for him to hit. So he's going to activate his spell combat ability. So the first thing he's actually going to do, he's going to spend a swift action to enhance his Warhammer with arcane energy, glows blue. Then he's going to activate his spell combat ability, and he's going to cast Disrupt Undead on the skeleton off to his left, because there's no melee penalty on it right now. That's pretty good. That is a
His Warhammer falls with a thud.
10 against touch.
10 against touch. Will not hit.
Okay, so Disrupt Undead misses, but then he takes a 5-foot step toward the skeleton and swings at it with his Warhammer. Same exact roll, but this is a 13, which again probably won't hit.
That will also not hit. Swing and a miss. Lots of misses. Alright, next up is Zenobia.
So I'm going to study the third skeleton to come up, the one that's got my flail.
Okay.
I'm going to quick draw my short bow, and I'm going to use one of my +1 arrows. 18.
Oh wow, yeah, that'll hit.
That will hit.
20.
Yeah, so
Yep, that's a definite hit.
so it's a D6 plus 2.
Zenobia always hits. She's so good.
5.
Except when she throws her flail into the water.
5 total.
Do you get a plus on that?
I got a 3.
So you rolled a 3?
Yes. I rolled a 3, so that's
Yeah, so plus 2, so 5.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. You knock your arrow, you fire. It looks like it's going to land true, and it goes right between two of the little bones.
Ugh. No damage?
No damage.
That's not good. Oh, that sucks. This encounter's not going well, guys.
It is not, no.
Seriously, thought this was going to be the easy one. Alright. The skeletons are up next. The one that has Vivian will try to keep maintaining that grapple and keep you underwater and pull you further in.
Roll a 1. Roll like Rick. Rick roll.
17.
Yes.
But I'm aiding. Does that help any? Does it help her
But
any?
you missed your grapple.
I was flailing and my hand slipped from your hand.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Thurskel went to grab from you earlier, and Vivian's kind of acting like a drowning person, like her arms are just flailing. She's like, help! I got a skeleton on me. That's how she sounds when she's panicked.
So now you are pulled 15 feet further into the water, and now you are completely submerged. So now you will start doing underwater mechanics, so hold your breath. And for those who don't know how that works, what is your constitution score?
Oh, I don't know. It's a million. 12.
12? So you have 24 rounds before you're out of breath.
Don't worry, you'll be dead long before then.
Well, if you notice, it hasn't been doing any damage to you yet. It's just pulled you underwater. It likes you. All right. Skeleton number 2 is the one that is next to Rodrick there. Is going to slash at you with some claws.
It's so rude.
Slash. 15.
That will hit.
15 hits for 6 points of damage.
Well, he's bloodied.
And the second claw. Natural 19
Yep.
Is Rodrick about to go down?
for 5 points of damage.
Rodrick is at 1 hit point.
Oh, man. It's going to be a TPK on the first encounter
Yeah.
in Harrowstone.
I sure hope not. Just roll better. The third skeleton will start making its way up out of the water. Okay, Thurskel's the first target it sees. How far was that movement-wise?
20 feet.
All right, going through water, which I would say is difficult terrain, so that's all I can do is move up to there. Okay, so he has moved up, and Vivian, it is now your turn.
Okay. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Can you only do one thing? You can only get out of this, right?
Well, can I channel underwater?
Yes.
Okay. So, Vivian, freaking out now that she is underwater, is going to, if you imagine the camera underwater, she's just going to close her eyes real tight, and her barrette starts to glow, and she channels positive energy to hurt undead.
Okay. So you are within range of all 3 of them, correct?
Heck yes, and she doesn't even know that.
Okay.
Whichever one's the lowest, put that one on the one holding me.
None of them have taken damage yet.
It's 19 on the first one.
No, whichever one he rolls the lowest.
19 on the second one. I rolled the exact same number 3 times in a row.
Gary? Alright, so take...
So they all
Yeah,
three
when
save.
you use loaded dice, right?
So, I rolled a 3, so take 1 point of damage.
On all of them.
Okay. So I'll take 1 point of damage.
It's really useful.
Are they still standing?
They are all still standing. But it sizzled them a bit.
Oh, good. Oh, we're all gonna die.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
Thurskel, you're up next.
All right. Well, I missed Vivian. I'm not going in after her. That guy is right next to me, so I'm going to smack him in the face with my hammer.
Okay, go for it.
Yay, bludgeoning.
Oh, natural 20.
Yay!
Finally!
That's what we need.
Oh, but
No,
I'm
it's
not
not
going to
your fault.
confirm because 4
Not even able to.
plus.
Yeah, I won't confirm, but it's a guaranteed hit.
Guaranteed hit.
Yeah. So, yeah. 6.
That's what we needed.
So,
Roll that damage.
Roll your regular damage.
Roll high.
regular damage. Here we go.
Did you just change your roll?
No, it got stuck in the tower. Is that? Do you want me to consider it a cracked die?
Yeah, re-roll that.
Okay. All right. Well, it's only one less, so 6 plus 3 is 9.
9 points of damage.
Yay!
And Thurskel crushes that one.
So you still have a move action.
So, well, I mean, all I can do is take a 5-foot step to the next one.
And that one that you crushed was the
You
one.
can take more than a 5-foot step, like.
But I want to flank that dude.
The Zenobia's flail.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the one that you just crushed is the one that had Zenobia's flail.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh,
If you're
okay.
trying to flank him with me, you can actually have the movement to get around here.
All right. Well, yeah, I want to flank him.
Yeah.
All right. So move it around to flank. And Rodrick, you're up next.
So Rodrick, seeing the tactical move that Thurskel's making, is going to take a 5-foot step because he's not in the water yet. He can still take a 5-foot step.
Mhm.
So he's now flanking the skeleton. He's going to just swing at it with everything he's got. There we go, natural 16, so that's 20 total to hit.
That'll hit.
Yay! Thurskel
is-
turned the tide!
Magically enhanced Warhammer, that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. It is still standing.
This is
Still
going
standing.
better.
Goodness.
You remember, Dad, my 1 point from earlier, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
So they have 9 points.
At least.
So, and that was given everything that he has, and
Sorry, I dropped my dice.
that was given it everything he has, and he's at 1 hit point. So he's just gotten gored, like his neck and his side are just there's oozing blood, and he's barely standing, but he's just flailing madly at this thing.
Zenobia.
Speaking of flailing, do I see my flail?
Yes, it is in the ash that is on the ground, the bone dust.
Do you want to pick it up? What would it take to pick it up if she wanted to?
It's a move action to move over to it, a standard action to pick it up.
Yep.
Because it's in the mud. I can't. My quick draw is really irrelevant.
Yeah, that's only drawing from like
Yeah.
your.
From your person.
Well, can I? This guy's underwater,
Yes.
Yeah, that's with her.
and this guy's being flanked.
Yes.
Yes.
2 guys. I'm not going to pick up my flail at the moment. I can move over here. I have 20 feet, right?
And you could quit, drop a different weapon if you wanted.
Quick draw. Well, I have my. Yes, I'm going to get my long sword,
Okay.
and I'm going to smash at it.
Okay.
I'm going to study it first as I'm walking over.
So
And
you,
then-
you can't study it in this turn and attack it, but this is the same one you studied before. So
Oh, so I don't have to worry about study.
yes.
It's 11.
11
He's flanked.
is still not going to hit.
Boo. So once again, I go through the ribs, hit nothing.
So, as Zenobia misses this one in front,
And I'm thinking, God, I've traded places with Rodrick. What's wrong with me?
everybody that is out of the
No.
water, give me a perception check.
Wait, are we out? I thought we were all at least ankle deep.
Natural
Well,
1.
Not
Not
under the
underwater.
water.
Okay, gotcha.
21.
21?
Huh, suckers, I'm safe in the water.
Yeah, 7.
7. So, Zenobia is the only one to notice this before it actually happened. The skeleton that is on land that is in front of you starts smoldering, and the bones start going black as it looks like it's charring, and it ignites on fire.
What?
Of
What?
course it does.
Flaming skeleton?
Flaming skeleton.
Gary!
And we'll pick up this battle next week.
Aw.
How could you do that?
Roderick's dead.
Roderick's dead.